Okay, so we're going to move on to prepare block group data. So in row 8 and row 9 of the data requirements table, so let's bring the data requirements table back, and which is right here. Row A and row 9 that we have to do is identify some block group attributes, population density, and age under 18 that we must calculate from existing data. We will add new fields to the table and then calculate values into them. So add data to the map. First, we will add the block groups shapefile into the map and have another look at it before we copy to the project geodatabase. So if necessary, we're going to open the Los Angeles River Parkside project here, and we will have to make copy. So I think I'm not gonna make another copy. I think we have enough copy. So we just jump in. Okay. So now with the E, that we will go to the under source data. So sensors, we will expand folder, inject the block group data shapefile into our table of contents. So, and then zoom to layer. And now we open the block groups and attributes, and we will scroll to see its attribute. And we need only a handful of the 2 dozen or so attributes in the table. As with the parks, we didn't make a note to reduce its data set, but it will be easier to work with the important attributes if we don't have to keep scrolling past the unimportant ones. We're going to turn off the unnecessary fields. So for all this exercises right now, we just practice turn it on and off, and then we will move to we will move to join table, and then we can do the editing. So heads up digitizing, it's more moving, very easy. Just kind of added the data so we can make it more accurate. Now we turn off the unnecessary fields, so that the same way we're going back here and go to the field view and open it up. So now we turn off those. We will copy the dataset. We will turn off the fields we don't need, and check the menu button in upper right corner, that attribute table, and click the fields view. Alternatively, we can just access its view by clicking the fields button on the data ribbon. So, which is field, okay. Above the list of fields, click the clear visible checkbox and turn everything off. So visible right here, turn everything off. And we will check the boxes for the following fields. Here we will have feature ID. We need feature ID. Topo, and population 18 and up. And then median house income, and change the topos alias into that. I'm gonna do is total pop. So here alias, it will be total pop, okay. And then the next one, total population and population over 18. And then POP over 18. That's too long. POP over 18. And then this one will be median household income. Click Save. And compare the fields to view the figure and close it out. See, we don't have a lot of things now. Close it out. I'm gonna reopen it. Go to open attribute table. If I still, no, okay, that's what we need now. Total population, the feature ID, total population over 18, median household income. So we saved it, and now we're going to export groups to the project geodatabase. So now we will use the copy feature tool again. So go back to analysis, close this out, go back to analysis and tools, copy features, and project block groups class to the project geodatabase. And for input, we will do block groups and click data, export features. So on the output feature class box, we will do block groups. Yeah, groups and open attribute table. We're going to run first and compare the tool to the figure and run the tool, and then we will close the geoprocessing pane. And when the tool is finished running, a new feature class is created in the project database, and a layer is added to the map. So under the contents, which is right here, we will remove the old block groups, and if not, it will be very confusing. So now, and we can see that everything is here, and we have the shape and the area here. Open the attribute table, new group layer, and verify that the changes were applied as expected. Now we're going to calculate population density. Population density is the ratio of population to area. The shape area field stores the area of each block group on the basis of the unit of the coordinate system. And this field was added automatically by ArcGIS Pro when we converted the block groups to a geodatabase format. We know the units are square feet because those are the measurement units specified by the coordinate system. Since we must express density in terms of people per square mile, we are going to add two fields to the block groups attribute table, one to store area in square miles and another to store population density expressed in square miles. Then we will make the calculation for both fields. So, seems a lot of calculation, I know. And at the top of the block groups attribute table, we will click Add Field button. So now we're gonna close this out, and here, and we're gonna go to Fields view. We can click here to add a field. So the fields view and this bottom fields plan, add a new row, added the bottom. So add a field. So I can click here, or I can just double click here. There are two ways. So for field name, we're going to do is SQ miles. Then for the alias will be square miles. And for data type, we click the cell and click double. So double, and then in the drop down menu, and click on the Fields tab at the top of the application and click Add Field again. So I'm going to add field and add another field giving its following properties. So population density, POP density, and POP density. And then the type, it will be float, and so that's it, float. And compare the field and double check here and click save save. And close the fields pane and return to the block groups attribute table, which is right here. We have it here, and we have to calculate it now. And choose the field return here, and know that the two fields are now appear in the attribute table. So in the block group attribute table, right click on the square miles, which is right here, and field heading, and click calculate field. Alternatively, click the square miles column header, and then click the calculate field button at the top of the attribute table. So I'm gonna say calculate field. Fields, not here, field calculator, calculate field, yeah. And last time we talked about here, we have a visual type, arcade. Oh no, not JavaScript, so my bad. Okay. The geoprocessing pane opens with the Calculate Field tool displayed. This tool allows us to populate attribute values using a value mathematical expression or simple code writing. In the Python scripting language, we will be using a simple Python expression to calculate the SQ miles field with each block group's area in square miles. And we confirm that the code block, the block groups is set as the input table parameter, and as square miles is set as the field name parameter. So now in the text box under square miles, we will we will say shape dot area. I think shape dot area at square miles. So, okay, square miles, and we cannot choose anything. So we will enter here. This could be difficult. So the quote exclamation mark shape dot area at square miles and another quotation mark. Okay, square miles. Okay, square miles shape and dot area and at square miles. Okay, and then we click run. So compare the figure here. And we run, and now it calculated for us. So perfect. Okay. So ArcGIS Pro calculates the area in square miles for each record and adds the value to the table. And now we will calculate another field. In the table, we will right-click on the density field heading and click Calculate Field. So Calculate Field, and now confirm the block groups is selected as the input block groups. Okay, and the field here confirm the block groups is the set of input table parameter and population density as the name parameter. So field name, yep. In the list of fields, double-click total population to add it to the expression text under population density. So field that we will have field name appears surrounded with exclamation mark points. So note that the field alias we defined earlier are displayed in the list, but the field name are displayed in the expression box. Under the list of helpers, we will click division right here, symbol. In the field, we will have total population youth. I don't have that field. That's weird. Total population CY. Total population. I think that's the total population CY. I didn't type the CY. So population. Let me go back and double check. Total population. Yep. LES. So LES is total population. Divide by. I'm gonna divide it by the square miles. Square miles. Where's square miles? Which is right here. And then we click run. So ArcGIS Pro will calculate the population density for each record and adds the value to the table. So we have click. Yeah, perfect. Okay, we will add fields to calculate the percentage under 18. So to get the percentage of the population under 18, we will subtract the 18 and over population from the total population and divide the result. So the under 18 population by the total population, again, we will need two new fields to hold the calculation. So here we will add a field button. So gonna go to view again. So add there fields. So gonna add a field. So this field will be population under 18. Pop under 18, and the type will be short. So in the fields ribbon at the top of the application, we will click new field again, and we have to calculate percent under 18, and here is percent under 18. So percent we will have float here, and we will save the fields, and then we will have to calculate it now. And we will compare the fields pan to the figure, and then here and save on the tab. So we close the fields pan, and we will return to the blocks groups. So which is right here, we have a field. Oh, I don't need this, so I'm gonna just delete it. I think I accidentally add the field and I didn't do anything. And then we know that the two new fields now appear in the attribute table. Now we're going to calculate the fields. Now that we have new empty fields, we will calculate value to fill them with data. In the attribute table, right-click the population under 18 field and heading to click Calculate Field to open the tool. So Calculate Field, and confirm that block groups is selected. Input table and population under 18 is for the field name. So over, 18, which is right here. In the field list, double-click total population added to the expression text box. So total population right here. And under the helper, we will click minus sign, so which is minus is right here, and minus population 18 up, so which is over 18. And then we will click run. ArcGIS calculates the population under 18 for each record. So we minus that. The first one is 392, perfect. And the last block group calculation must make to divide the under 18 population by the total population to get the percentage of children. We have a potential problem with records that have a total population of 0. So now we're going to scroll back across the table to see the total population field. So I'm gonna double click on it. So see, we have the population as a 0, and 0 cannot be a divisor. So I'm gonna close this out, and we have to do something. So if we scroll down the records, eventually we will find at least one with a population of a 0. I sorted. Block group can occasionally be uninhabited. Since division by 0 is undefined, the calculation will give you an error message. Instead, we will use an attribute query to select the records with non-zero values in the total population field. Then we will run the calculation on that those records. So on the map tab in the selection group, and we will click select by attribute button, select by attribute. So data, I think everything is good, added. I don't have any add here, and go back to select by attribute. So now we confirm that the block groups is selected, new selection, and we will add a cross. So the cross is the population is greater than 0. So add a cross. So population total total population is greater than which one I have a 0, and click add the clause. So we have everything in the selection. In the select layer by attribute tool, we confirm that block groups is selected as the layer name parameter. Add a cross and fill it out to select features where the total population is greater than 0, which is right here, and we click run. And then we look at the block groups attribute table to see that we will have 6,404 out of the 6,417 rows are selected displayed at the bottom of the table. Now we're going to close the geoprocessing pane, and we will calculate another field. Wow, that's a lot of field to calculate. And we're going to scroll to the end of the table and right click the percent under 18 field heading and click right here. I'm gonna do is right here. I'm gonna calculate field, which is here, and then confirm that block groups is selected from input table and percent under 18 is selected for field. So here we will say population under 18, we divide it by total population, and we have to put a parenthesis, and then times 100. That's make it percent. Make sure that we include the parentheses. So parentheses and we times 100. And everything is perfect, and click run, and now the expression in the figure, and they populated everything perfect. So and then those will have a null value. Perfect. Those will be weird. Selected. Okay. Population density. Population under. Okay, so yeah, there. So 0 under 18, we have a 0, and then this is a 0. Okay, then the other field is null. Yeah, total population. Perfect. So values are calculated for the selected records. The unselected records still have null values. We will calculate this values to 0 because if no one lives in the block groups, the reason to say that the percentage of children is 0. So at the top of the attribute table window, we will click the switch selection button. So switch selection, which is right here. All right, so then the null value is we have a 13 out of 6,417 records selected. Right click the percent sign under 18 field heading again and click calculate field. Then I'm gonna do calculate field, and that I have it selected. In the expression box, we will say under PC under 18 equals, percentage under, we will clear, and text, any text, and type 0. So just click 0 equals 0 and click run, and at the top of the table, and then clear selection bottom. So now everything turns into 0. Perfect. And clear selection. Wow, perfect. Okay. And now we have the attributes we need for population density and percentage for the population under age 18. And now we will calculate for summary statistics, because these calculated values will be used in the analysis later in the project. We must ensure the correct values have been calculated in the block groups table. We will use the summary statistic tool accessed through the tool button on the analysis tab to calculate the following statistic for block groups. So square mile, we will be saying it is sum. So now I'm gonna do is summary statistics. So analysis tools and summary statistics, which is right here. Input table block groups and output table, statistic. I'm gonna put check. And field that we will do square miles. Square miles is the first one, and square miles sum and population density. Population density we will do is maximum, and then we want population density. Population density we want the minimum. We want the mean, and then we want population under 18. Population under 18 we want max, and we have a population 18 under 18. Under 18 we will have a sum, and we want under 18%. Under 18 we want maximum, and then under 18 we want maximum here, and then we want under 18 we want mean there. So we use the summary statistic tool and access through the tools button on the analysis tab to calculate the following statistics for this block groups. So square miles, we will have the sum, and for population density we will have a maximum and mean, and under population maximum and sum, under 18 we have a maximum and mean. Perfect. We have a sum. Perfect. And then the output table will be block group statistic check. Compare here, and then we can just click run. And then we will open the attribute table once it's done and under standalone table in the contents pane for block group statistic check and view the new fields. So now have everything, right click on it, open. So now move everything, perfect. We have a 6,417, 4,081, and this maximum population density is 196,474. Cool. 13613, 13631, and 13114, and 2316079, and 5A, and 2 and 22. Now we will confirm the calculation values. The value will be slightly different out of here in decimal points. So I'm not gonna read out loud. Too much work. Okay. Perfect. And then we done add a field and calculate the field. So here basically what we did was we add a field and we calculate a field. Basically just add a field and calculate a field, add field and calculate a field, and we will continue for the prepare puzzle data. So puzzle data we were gonna do, I think it will be finally to join and relates. So table joins and relates, we will do that, and then once we finish everything we will summarize what we did, and also we will do the solve and we will calculate acreage more. So alright, see you soon.